What's going on, YouTube? It is Dominick here, back with another review. Now, I am behind the camera today, something a little different. I want to talk to you guys about the Fender Squier series. It's Squier Fender Bullet Mustang, and I want to talk about four kind of weird features on this particular guitar. Now, I'm not going to demo it in this video, so if you're looking for that, I'm not going to be doing that in this video. This is going to be more of a review and point out some weird features. Now, I will be doing a demo of this in the future. I will do some tone tests and whatnot on probably a couple different tube amps that kind of show you that. But this is the cheapest Mustang you can buy, coming in at $180 US, and there's some weird stuff about it, and that's kind of what I want to talk about, because not a lot of people are talking about these features on this particular Mustang. Now, if you know anything about the Mustangs, give you a brief history of it, is they came out in 1964. They were a student guitar. They had a shorter scale. So the scale on the Mustangs is 24 inches. And what scale is basically from the nut to the bridge, that's 24 inches. Your typical Les Paul is 24.75, and your Strats and Tellys are 25.5. So this is a very short scale. Being a short scale means less tension on the strings. So it makes bends and whatnot easier. Also, the spacing of the frets is going to be a little bit tighter for smaller hands, hence why it was a student guitar. But in the early 90s, Kurt Cobain was using them and kind of put the Mustang on the map. What drew me to this Mustang, though, is weird feature number one: dual humbuckers. This is the only Mustang to have dual humbuckers. And I thought that was weird, but it intrigued me, and that's why I decided to pull the trigger on this. Now, the Mustang, like I said, this is the cheapest one. It's $180. And I will tell you whether or not it's worth it at the end here. Mustang Bullets come in at $180. The next model up is the Classic Vibe from Squier, which is $450. So it's a pretty big jump, and you don't get dual humbuckers. From there, you're going to go to the Fender Player Series, which is $700. And again, they only offer it in single coils or a P90 version. From the Player Series, you jump to the Vintera Series, which is, I want to say single coils also, but it also comes with a tremolo system. And that's going to run you $1,000. And then from the next step up, if you want the top of the line, is the American Performer Series, coming in at $1,200, and they do not offer it with humbuckers. So that was a weird thing. I've never seen a Mustang with dual humbuckers. Now, these are not stock. They do not come with these covers. I will tell you the modifications I did to this later. So let's talk about weird feature number two. Is Mustangs, along with the Duosonics, are flat bodies. Flat, they're offset, yes they are. They're flat and flat on the bottom, just like a Telecaster. But this Mustang, and only this Mustang, and I don't know if it'll show up on camera here, but yeah, you could see, has a forearm cut, and the back of the guitar has a tummy cut. I think that's a very welcomed feature. They don't normally do that on Mustangs or Duosonics. So when I saw that, I said, hey man, that's a plus. But kind of struck me as odd that this is the only model that they do it on. And because of this cut, it also makes it the lightest. This one came in at a little over 5 pounds, where the other ones are ranging 6 to 7 pounds. So let's go to weird feature number 3, neck radius. All Mustangs across the board, whether you're buying Squier or Fender, have a 9.5 12-inch radius. The Ventura is the only one that has a 7.5. But for some reason, this bullet has a 12-inch radius, which is very flat. If you play Les Pauls, you're going to be used to this, but this is something that I'm a huge Strat guy. I currently have 3 Stratocasters. If you're used to playing the 9.5 and you jump to the 12, you will feel a difference. Some guys like it because the flatter it is, you could play faster, you could shred quicker. I'm not a shredding guy. I'm a bluesy rock type guy, so I kind of like the feel of a rolled 9.5-inch radius neck. It's a feel thing for me. But again, a weird feature. The only Mustang to have a 12-inch radius in the entire lineup. And fourth weird feature that is exclusive to this model is this is the only only hardtail Mustang to not have a string through body. So all the Duosonics and all the Mustangs that are hardtail have a string through body. Usually it's cut right about in here. You'll see the 6-string knurls, and then it comes out through the bridge like a Stratocaster, and then you lace up your strings. This goes through the bridge. So if you're an old school Telecaster guy, this is no big deal. But for us Strat guys and people that want more of authentic Mustang tone, going through the body usually gives you a little bit better sustain. Well, this was just odd to me. So 4 features right there that this Mustang has that none of the other Mustangs have. Dual humbuckers, a non-string through body, the forearm and tummy cut, and a 12-inch radius. So if this all strikes you as like, wow, I love that, pick one up. They're 180 bucks. So now let me tell you, is it worth it? Short answer, yes. Long answer, you get what you pay for. So, like, as you could see, I've already started customizing this. Now, this model here, this is called the Squier Bullet Mustang. Comes in 3 colors. Comes in a traditional black, a traditional blue. This was the only color that stuck out to me because it's a Fender color. This is Sonic Gray. So I decided to pull trigger on the Sonic Gray. Out of the box, it needed a lot of work. The pickups didn't have covers on it, so I did decide to put humbucker covers on it. You do have to cut the pick guard. They won't fit, and I actually cut it too big. You can actually see the gap right there. This side I did pretty good. This side I fucked up, and I cut it too big. Not a big deal though. I did also put paraffin wax on top of the pickups before installing the covers to help with feedback and squeal. Since I did cut it too big, if you look inside, you could see some copper down there. That's because when I had the pick guard off, I shielded the entire cavity. There is absolutely zero shielding from the factory. Another way to get costs down. Electronics are fine. I didn't upgrade any knobs or pots, but I did replace the strings. As you can see, they're all gold, which is usually a dead giveaway. They are Ernie balls. These are just Ernie ball rock and rolls. Nothing great. The neck. This is where you are going to have to put about 2 hours of your time into it. Out of the box, it was playable. I'll say that much. It was playable. I did order this from Amazon, and it came from New Jersey, and I'm all the way out in Arizona. So it's going from one extreme climate to mine. So I did expect the neck to be not true. So I let it sit for a couple days, and I did have to adjust the truss rod in order to get this neck straight, and it was almost a full turn. Excuse me there. None of the frets were dressed. The fretboard, this is an Indian Laurel fretboard, was dry to the bone. All of the fret ends had no work done, nothing. Every single one of these tuners were loose. To be expected at this price point. You're not going to get fit and finish. You're going to get a playable instrument, yes. You're not going to get fit and finish. Now, you're going to notice that the logo's gone. Reason why is when I had this guitar apart, I decided to sand this neck. And you can see it looks a little orangey. That's because I have 3 coats of linseed oil on it. And I let each coat dry for 24 hours before applying the next coat. Bullet necks come unfinished. A lot of people say they have a satin finish. That is not true. This is the second Bullet guitar that I have seen. First one I've owned. Second one I have played. That come with raw necks. There's no satin finish. There's no gloss finish. There's no nothing. I sanded it all. Put 3 coats of linseed on it. And you can see it put a nice satin sheen on it. It's way smoother, and it also darkened this wood because it's linseed oil. And darkened my headstock a little bit. You could kind of see a little bit of the leftover Squier from where I was sanding, but this is all going to get covered up with, I ordered a badge with my personal logo on it to go right here. Tuners are fine. They're unbranded tuners. To be expected at the price point, but they hold tune after I tightened all these posts properly. The nut is a plastic nut, nothing great, to be expected, right? It kind of looks grayish on top because I did put graphite into the nut, which does help it out a lot. It's a cheap guitar trick. Now, hopefully I could get a good shot of this, show you my fret work. You could see all my frets, my fret ends, are nice and polished. That's because I chamfered all these fret ends myself. And I also rolled my edges of the fretboard. I don't know how well that's going to come up, but you could see they do not come that way. All these, I rolled all these edges by hand. I polished all my frets. And I didn't even do that good of a job polishing the frets, to be honest with you. But the big thing was doing the fret work. You could see that there's no scoring on any of these frets. So yes, I did have to put about 2 hours of my own labor into this guitar to get it to play like a $400 guitar at a $180 price point. So you can have this done yourself if you're not, comfortable taking guitars apart, adjusting truss rods, doing all your fret work. That's very time consuming if you want to get it perfect. Shielding, installing pickup covers, all that shit, cutting it. Take it to a guitar shop, and a professional guitar tech would pretty much do everything I did for around $120, and it's definitely worth it. It plays like a Cadillac when you're done. So out of the box, it played like a Buick. Now it plays like a Cadillac. Now, I will say this about the pickups. Since I'm not doing a demo in this particular video, I will tell you my thoughts. I lowered, see if we can get that to focus. I lowered that bridge pickup pretty low, as you can see. I'm sorry, neck pickup. There we go. Now, the bridge pickup is stock height. The neck pickup I lowered. These pickups are extremely hot. Actually, too hot for my taste. I'm not gonna replace them. Like I said, it's a $180 guitar. I'm not that worried about it. But I could not believe how hot these were. Give you a perfect example. I was playing this guitar through a 5-watt tube amp, and I almost couldn't get cleans out of it because it just pushed that amp into overdrive way earlier than any of my other guitars. So to try to kind of eliminate that, I did lower this this bridge pickup I actually may even lower it even more and make it flush with the pickguard because it is hot, way hot. If you like metal and you like that like Nirvana heavy distortion like Kurt used on In Bloom or on Breed, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this tone because it is fat. But if you want something a little bit more more balanced, a little bit more mellow, you're probably gonna want to lower those pickups too. But that's it, guys. This is the Squier by Fender Bullet Series Mustang, and I just wanted to make this video because I was like, wow, I've never seen a Mustang like this with those 4 kind of unique features that none of the other Mustangs have, even the $1,000 plus ones. And yeah, not a bad get fiddle for, you know, $180, you know. So that's it, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you guys very soon with some more demos and, you know, some live music type stuff, man. So peace and hair grease. Catch you later. Bye.